Hey everybody, Jared and Mark here, and today we have a special product test.
Now in the past, we've tested automatic knife speed, lock types, and steel corrosion, all of which you can check out here.
But today, we're going to be looking at blade tip strength.
Now obviously, different blade shapes have different intended purposes, but we wanted to see just how strong some of those knife tips are.
So we've selected 4 different pairs of knives to test. Now each matchup has the same blade thickness and steel type, but with different points.
Okay, here's how this is going to work. Each blade will be clamped vertically in a tabletop vice grip, using 15% of the cutting edge. The handle is then attached to a scale which will measure the force or weight the tip type can sustain. The scale in turn is attached to a winch which will pull the knife until the blade breaks.
Alright, so the 4 matchups we'll be comparing are spear point versus drop point, Wharncliffe versus Bowie, Tanto versus drop point, and clip point versus drop point.
Okay, let's get started.
Matchup 1, spear point versus drop point. Matchup 2, Wharncliffe versus Bowie. Matchup 3, Tanto versus drop point. Matchup 4, clip point versus drop point. about you, but some of those results surprised us, especially how easy it is to break the tip of a knife.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
They're definitely better at piercing than prying.
Alright guys, we try to make our tests as accurate as possible, but we recognize that different steels as well as blade thickness will have different flexibilities and will be able to bear varying loads. Not to mention that not every drop point, Tanto, or clip point is shaped exactly the same. That being said, we hope that our results show a general rule of which tip strength is strongest no matter what steel or blade thickness you use, as long as those are the same.
Or not. Feel free to debate the results in the comment section below.
Well, let's take one last look at the overall results. In the first matchup, spear point versus drop point, the spear point took 12% more weight. In the second matchup, Wharncliffe versus Bowie, the Wharncliffe took 43% more weight. Next up was the Tanto versus drop point, and the Tanto ended up being 19% stronger. The last pair was the clip point versus drop point, in which the drop point was able to take 7% more weight.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
On the mutt is something that isn't available or isn't included on any other Leatherman that I know of, and that's the carbon scraper tool. This is made of bronze, so it's not going to tear up your bolt or your bolt carrier group. It is, however, stronger than the carbon that you're going to be scraping away, so it's going to help you remove all of that.